Welcome to another edition of Motivated Muscle, where you learn the mindset secrets to help you burn stubborn body fat and add lean muscle. I am Mo Mustafa, author, speaker, coach, and today we're going to be talking about faith and why faith is so important to help you lose weight and add muscle permanently and naturally. Well, first of all, why exactly is faith so important? Let's have a look at a quick definition here. I've got my iPad. It says faith is believing in something without any evidence. So why is this so important? Well, if you've got faith in your program, in your new training program, or you've got faith in the fact that you're investing in certain foods and certain supplements, then you're going to be more likely to be able to reach your goal. Because ultimately, anytime you try something new for the very first time, you're going to have faith in that. You have to take an element of risk, right? If you have no faith in things, if you have no faith that a training program is going to work, or you have no faith that your new diet is going to work, then you're very likely not to take any action at all. So ultimately, faith is a very important component, actually, in all areas of life. And this isn't in a religious context or anything like that. I'm talking purely from the fact that if you are looking to do anything, whatever it is in life, if you haven't done it before, then you're going to need an element of faith. Okay, especially the bigger the obstacle or the bigger the challenge is, and the more time, energy and money you're going to have to put into it, the more faith in many respects you're going to need. Because ultimately, yes, we can do our research and stuff, but ultimately there's going to be an element of risk involved in everything. So it's about taking calculated risks and having faith in the process and in whatever it is we're getting involved in. So let's talk about this in the context now of getting in shape. So for example, you're starting a new training program and you want to, say, burn 20-30 pounds of body fat, but you've never lost that much weight in your life. You've never lost that much body fat. How can you strengthen your own faith so you are able to see it through? You're going to need to take some kind of reference in your mind. This is what I would do, is have a look at other areas of your life where you may have lost 1 pound or 2 pounds in the past, and say to yourself, okay, right, if I've lost 1 or 2 pounds in the past, then clearly my body is capable of losing body fat, right? So that's something that can strengthen your faith. Okay, so now you've got a little bit of evidence. That's a seed. Now you just need to extrapolate that and say to yourself, okay, right, well, given that I lost 1 or 2 pounds before and I wasn't really exercising, I wasn't really eating right and blah, 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 I wasn't really doing anything to really justify that. I just cut my calories a little bit. What if I really cut my calories now and I do a more scientific approach? What if I start doing cardiovascular exercise every single day? What if I start adding some weights in the mix? What if I start eating the right foods and maybe take some supplements to help me, aid me in that direction of losing that weight? And then suddenly you're building it up and you're seeing the possibilities. And then look at other people who you can relate to, other guys who have similar body shapes that you have currently, that were able to go through a body transformation. Anything like that is going to help build your faith, okay? Because ultimately, you'll never know until you give it a go, okay? You probably heard me say that before. You'll never know until you give it a go, okay? And it's the same thing happens when it comes to building muscle, okay? I'll give you a different example here as well about faith. When I wrote my first book, which you can see up there, Getting Found Fast, I'm actually working on something else now, working on another book, but that's kind of like, it's a side project. But basically, when I wrote my first one, I had no real evidence that I could pull it off, right? I was like, okay, this is going to be a big project, and I didn't know how long it was going to take. I didn't know what kind of work I was going to have to do. I didn't know what resources I needed. It was all sort of, I was having to operate a lot of it on blind faith, okay? But what I did to help strengthen my resolve is I referenced other times in the past where I thought, okay, well, I've written some, plenty of articles on the topic of the same topic as the book. I know the topic, the subject matter. I basically focused on what I had instead of what I didn't have. Okay, so I was like, okay, well, I've got a degree in business, which means I would have had to write a dissertation, which is, I think, 10,000 words at the time, which you convert that into pages in a book. You're like, okay, well, that's almost half my book written, so I know I can write that much amount of work. Yeah, and it was all these different things I was using to strengthen my faith. So I encourage you to do the same thing. So if you're doubting yourself right now, it's completely natural. Let me tell you that. It is completely natural. We all doubt ourselves. the very first time we do something, you know, like say you're learning to drive, you're not sure if you're going to pass, but you have to have faith in the process. Get yourself a good instructor. So in training sense, get yourself a good mentor, get yourself role models, get yourself maybe a personal trainer or nutritionist, whatever it might be, to help support you. And then you'll have more faith in the process. Ideally work with somebody who has helped other people get similar results as yourself as well, the results that you're aiming for. And just have faith. Trust yourself and have a long time perspective and be willing to do whatever it takes to reach your goals, and you will get there in the end. And it will enable you to burn stubborn body fat and add some lean muscle. My name is Master. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And if you're struggling with your mindset and you want to learn the techniques to help you set your goals, how to get motivated towards working towards your goals, and how to take massive action in the direction of your goals, then you can now get access to my free training via my website. Just click the link below this video and you'll get access to my training, Think Yourself Lean, which is the 7 mindset secrets you must have and you must start practicing in order to reach your goals of getting in shape permanently and naturally. My name is Mo Mustafa and I'll see you guys very soon. Take care.